Effort and giving it your all. That's what the fans want.
Joe Harris lost that out of bounds.
See Ben already with a little bit more pace to his dribble.
Jimmy Butler, who waited until the second quarter to get aggressive. In the first quarter, part of that 20-1 run, Carroll had a heavy hand in that. Harris trying to get his. He had only 4 points in game one. 4 points for a guy who averaged 20 during the regular season.
Out of character for him, and the Sixers most definitely need his production again.
Well, team high 26 in the second half of game one, his first ever playoff game. Redick, who really struggled in game one. Nets, good defensive job on him, preventing him from getting looks. Simmons, you like to see that, posting up the 6'6".
In back as Jarrett Allen picks up the foul on the post up. Here's that drive by Ben and the nice cut from JJ. You can see Joe Harris out of the picture trying to get back in it. That's because he overplayed along the wing.
And that overplaying prevented a lot of the handoffs that we didn't see in game one. And there's Redick, bombs away. He
take away something offensively. It is up to you to make the adjustments and find other options. They take away those handoffs. You got to start flaring to the corner. That's open.
Russell missing the three, so another cold start for him.
Long rebounds.
Simmons all the way in, got it done. An aggressive Ben Simmons.
Moving in a much smarter manner as Russell knocks down the other one. Russell now warming up, Mark. A concern.
Well, he didn't warm up until the second half of game one. Redick for a rolling Simmons. One more for Marjanovic, and that is basketball. Something. And Jarrett Allen has his miss. And leaking and scoring at the other end was Russell. Tobias Harris, by the way, 0 for 5 to start this one.
Got to keep shooting. Those are good shots. I'll live with him taking good shots and them not falling.
I'll tell you what, Boban Marjanovic.
Here, take that.
He has scored the last 6 for the Sixers. Here's Russell, who's on a bit of a tear. Finally, a heat check for him. Loose ball. Who's got it?
Two-handed rebound.
Dinwiddie. Oh, he's fouled. It's the second time a net has been fouled. Dennis has him measured. Marjanovic off the miss by DeMarre Carroll. Here's Scott, who went 1 for 8 from the floor. All the shots from beyond the arc in game one. Butler, they leave him wide open. Probably little consolation, but they were one of 3 home teams to drop a game one.
Toronto, that was a shocker.
Yeah, Denver too.
Denver, as well as both of those teams have played. I don't think we saw that one coming. Kudos to the Magic for going north of the border and winning. A tough place to win.
Redick line. The Sixers go back up 8. Mari Carroll, who started off hot, missing the 3, and Embiid collecting his 4th. Embiid going right at Allen, and he got a tough 2 and a foul. That'll go as a turnover. Only the second for the Sixers here in the first half. Well, this was the point of the game. Late first, early second, where the Nets reacted as Russell hits the...
Whatever the Nets were doing and reacting late, and chasing it all afternoon. A little different feeling in the center here tonight.
And when you're being aggressive, chances are you're trying to set the tone as opposed to reacting. Nets here appear to be zoning up, so Marjanovic comes out and drills it. Both get down the floor quickly. They don't have a chance to set up the zone.
Like we said, not even necessarily for Ben's buckets, but other guys as well. JJ could be a beneficiary. Tobias, as Boban finally misses from the free throw line.
LeVert hits the 3. What's happened with Carroll?
That makes a little bit more sense, although I'm not buying that, but it's a better option. Going in there 3 seconds.
Nonetheless, it goes as the Sixers' 4th turnover to 5 for the Nets. Coming in and getting the slam is Rodions Kurucs, who went scored
and going right to the basket.
The Nets played zone maybe a handful of times in game one. They're playing it a lot here in the second quarter. And here come the Sixers leading by 6. Simmons, who's been very aggressive in this game too, and he continues in that. Here are the Brooklyn Nets out of the timeout. Russell, who has carried a heavy offensive load for Brooklyn here in the first half. Kurucs, that is for 2. Rodions Kurucs, who during the regular season played about 14 and 6 rebounds, backing up Joel Embiid. And Marjanovic on patrol. He's done well in that category as well in both games. Sixers trying to lock all windows and doors as Kurucs. He was thinking about a slam, so Rodion himself another bucket, his third. He's got 8.
Long as Kurucs on that drive.
J.J. Redick becomes the third Sixer in double figures with 11. Dinwiddie another 3. Kurucs thinking about the double.
Well, he faces up, so he sees the double team coming.
Quite the play by Embiid. Faking one way, going the other. Becomes the 4th Sixer in double figures with 10. The lob for Allen. Compliments of Spencer Dinwiddie, who's a very...
That's to start their offense from another part of the floor that led to the turnover.
Ben Simmons, J.J. Redick in the backcourt. Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler the forwards. Joel Embiid in the middle. Embiid here locking horns with Jared Allen. Got it done. A dozen for Embiid. It's here in game 2, the rookie. Working over Tobias Harris, who promptly blocks the shot. And the air ball taken by Embiid.
That's excellent defense by Tobias, just getting a hand up.
Joel, count it, and a foul. Joel Embiid will help himself to one more. D'Angelo Russell along with Joe Harris. Jared Allen in the middle. We mentioned Rodion Kurucs, one of the forwards. The other, Damari Carroll. Here come the Sixers again. Simmons giving it up to the charging Embiid, who throws down 2. Nicely done between them.
To play, something to build on.
Redick rimming the 3. Embiid, Butler, and finally Simmons. Still plenty of time for the Sixers here. Embiid, who has shown a penchant to drive and not shoot the 3 in this one, has been terrific and limited.
Joe just taking his time. Allen, not enough.
Embiid yet to attempt a 3 in this game.
I'm okay with it.
On patrol here against Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's hammered back by Jared Allen.
Joel leaving the basket area to go try to...
Back in the first half, and the trail by as many as 13. Made it a 1-point game at intermission. But what a difference the first 4 minutes and 10 seconds of this third quarter has made. Harris, it's for 3. Yes!
Trying to get a piece of Dinwiddie as Jimmy curls that screen.
And I think once the elbow goes outside of the frame of your body.
Yep. You can see it. It's almost gives himself away by the lean, too, where he knows he didn't get enough of him, so he still has to get a piece of him.
Dinwiddie challenging Marjanovic that time. He got the layup, and Brett Brown. Good defense here by Brooklyn. Nicely done by James Ennis, attacking the offensive glass off the Boban Marjanovic miss, and Dinwiddie's able to get 2 at the other end tonight. So Marjanovic miss, and Dinwiddie's able to get 2 at the other end tonight.
So quick.
Yeah. I always talk, though, about the fact that when you make a bucket, there's no way you should yield a layup at the other end. Hey, you know what? Tobias Harris might have a stroke back. He hit that 3 moments ago. Now the deuce to give him 14 in the 6th. He didn't have an assist in that game 1, our Geico quote of the game. He's got 5 dimes in this one, and the Sixers open up their largest lead at 22. So
important to not let up. Let this be a habit that you develop right now as they find another easy bucket inside to Hollis Jefferson. Dinwiddie with the find, but let this be a habit that you develop right now as they find another easy bucket inside to Hollis Jefferson. Dinwiddie with the find, but let these habits develop right now, that you play with energy and that you execute and you make that extra pass throughout the course of this series.
And the ball movement, which had been lacking in game one, allowed the Sixers to keep possession here with 6 to shoot in the waning moments of the third quarter. A quarter owned by the Sixers. They have broken it open this period.
Excuse me, partner. Just the response that Sixers fans were hoping that their team would have coming out of the locker room.
Welcome back, J.J. Redick here.
Collegiate days was basically in the lane most of the time. Adjusting now is Mr. Graham to life in the league.
Ennis getting free, thinking about a three. Scott for a three. Yes!
More of a, I guess there's conviction in his walk. He's walking with a purpose.
As they rise at Wells Fargo Center, the close of the third quarter. Redick. Scott. Yes! Count it, say the officials. Will not play game 3 until they visit Brooklyn on Thursday night.
Well, is it a knee bump? No, it's the ankle that gets stepped on, and you can see how it rolls, and thankfully, instead of resisting it, he just gives in and falls down. JoJo walks to the bench on his own.
Boban Marjanovic, boy, when you consider Embiid and Marjanovic.
The tone, and I think Kenny Atkinson may have to change his approach on covering Boban. Those aren't flukes, those jumpers he's making. Those are makeable shots. Good look
by Kurucs, the rookie for Rondae Hollis Jefferson, who made himself available for the medical personnel attending to him. Marjanovic out on the perimeter. Now he'll need some help, and he gets it. That was beautifully done by the Sixer defense. Marjanovic stuck on the guard, and they came to his aid. Three on the way from Harris, and down it goes for Tobias.
I don't think it was much of an understatement to say this is the biggest game of the year coming into this matchup tonight. 76ers in a must-win situation, delivering.
The only 4 teams in NBA history, as we just saw, have come back after losing the first.
Not that way, waving the center Saturday afternoon. Just feel the energy in the city. So much is attached to this team and their well-being.
Think talk radio sound different tomorrow?
I'm going to say so.
Tonight.
Yeah, right?
Now.
Yeah. So true.
Marjanovic had career highs off the bench in 16 and 8. Improved three-point shooting. Domination on the glass.
So what you're saying is they were a lot better in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, much better effort or production from the bench. Tobias Harris snapping out and getting himself 19 points.
May I pose a theory?
Yeah. T.J. McConnell, for the record, got it. And there it is, a franchise record.